Hey everyone and welcome to the channel. Today's recipe is super tasty and incredibly quick and easy. Vietnamese caramelized pork with a side of stir-fried veggies and ginger spring onion rice. It's the perfect combo for a quick easy weeknight dinner. As always, a full list of ingredients can be found below or at the end of the video, so stick around to see how this one turned out. We're starting things off with our ginger spring onion rice, which is going to be the perfect base for our dish. First off, we're going to finely chop some shallots instead of onions, because they're smoother and milder, which complements our Asian flavours perfectly. Make sure to chop them nice and small. Next, it's time to grate our fresh garlic and ginger. This trio is going to really kick the flavour up a notch. Now let's not forget our spring onions. We'll chop them up too, keeping the whites and green parts separate. Let's get this rice cooking. In a medium-sized pot, add a good splash of oil. Now toss our finely chopped shallots along with the freshly grated ginger and garlic, and don't forget the white parts of the spring onions. Give them all a quick saute, just until they start to soften and release all their aroma. In goes a pinch of salt. Next, it's time for our long grain white rice. Stirring it around with the aromatics so every grain gets nicely coated and starts to toast slightly. Then add in the water. Pop the lid on, turn down the heat to a simmer, and let it cook gently. Alright, now let's get onto this caramelized pork. First things first, grate some more fresh ginger and garlic. You can never have too much of these, right? They're going to give our pork that punch of flavour. Next, chop up some shallots for a bit of sweetness and texture. Now heat up a good splash of oil in our saucepan. Once it's hot, add the chopped shallots, followed by the ginger and garlic. Give them a stir and let them cook until they're golden brown. Now for the pork mince. Add it into the pan and start breaking it up. You want to get a nice brown sear on it, which not only adds flavour but also adds some more texture to the pork. Keep stirring and breaking it down. We're aiming for those perfect little crispy bits. And now for the sticky sweet part of the recipe. Sprinkle in the brown sugar and pour over the fish sauce. This combo is what creates that beautiful glossy caramelization. Let everything sizzle and watch as the sauce thickens and clings to the pork. Make sure to toss everything well to ensure each piece of pork is evenly coated. Finally, sprinkle some sesame seeds over the pork for that nutty crunch, and give it another good toss. And that's our sticky caramelized pork. Alright, with our pork beautifully caramelized and our rice just about ready, let's round things off with some fresh crunchy veggies. Get your veggies prepped in a way that's easiest to you and grab your wok. Set it over medium heat and give it a quick drizzle of oil. Next, chuck in the broccoli, sliced red capsicum, julienne carrots, and snow peas. Give them a good toss around the pan. We're aiming for a quick stir fry to keep everything bright and crunchy. Season well with salt and pepper to enhance their natural flavours. A splash of soy sauce to add a little savoury, and honey for some sweetness. Give everything another toss to make sure all the vegetables are nicely coated with that delicious glaze. And our veggies are stir fried to perfection. Still crisp, wonderfully colourful. Our rice is all set. It just needs a fluff with a fork to make sure it's perfectly light and airy. Then we'll stir in the green parts of our spring onions for that extra pop of freshness and colour. Now let's bring everything together. First up, scoop some of that fluffy ginger spring onion rice onto our plates. Next, our sticky caramelized pork right on top of the rice. This pork is seriously mouth-watering, with its sweet and savoury glaze. Then, our stir-fried veggies, and we've got them just right. They're still crispy and packed with all those lovely fresh flavours. They add a crunch and burst of freshness. And for the final touch, sprinkle some fresh spring onions and sliced red chilli all over everything. This not only adds the nice sharpness, but also adds a little bit of heat that complements the sweet caramelized pork beautifully. And a sprinkle of sesame seeds for a little extra texture. And there you have it. Dinner is served. Quick, easy and delicious. If you give this recipe a try, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you think. Thanks for watching everyone. If you liked it, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing to the channel. See you on the next one!